Hello, uh, dear students. Uh, in the video session, now I would like to focus light on the essay Sir Roger at the Theatre, which is written by Joseph Addison. I am going to deal with the essay, which is written by Joseph Addison. Sir Roger at the Theatre is the title of the essay. The very title, it begins with the character Sir Roger. And he is a person. And who is at the theatre? That means Sir Roger is in theatre. Generally, a man or a person goes to theatre for recreation, to watch movie today, to watch plays in the 18th century. Here we can understand in the very title itself that Sir Roger was in theatre. Why was he in theatre? What was he in theatre? Who were with him? Why did he go there? And what observations were made by Joseph Addison while watching the play, the theatre? These are the probable the questions that comes to our mind before entering into the essay. Just we look at the title and read the title of the essay. Sir Roger at the theatre. Theatre, it was restored in the Restoration period. Practically, Sir Roger, he was there as an audience to watch the play. Let us see in the essay in detail who was Sir Roger, and why he went to the theatre, with whom did he go, what did he do there, how would he enjoy and react to the play. These things that you are going to understand uh, in the essay that I am going to that reveal uh, in this session. Right. The title of the or a topic of the session for you is A Note on Sir Roger at the Theatre, which is written by Joseph Addison. I think you need not get any more explanation about Joseph Addison. The essay Sir Roger at Theatre, it is written by Joseph Addison, a significant English essayist of 18th century literature. In the present essay, Sir Roger at the Theatre, that is Joseph Addison, brings out a typical character of Sir Roger at the Theatre. how Sir Roser, as an audience, react to the play. What was his observation of the play? What were your comments? Those were observed and presented in his essay. Let us see now. Sir Roser, he was a friend of the fellow writer of Joseph Addison, companion of the Joseph Addison. The first thing that you want to know. As he was a companion, the friend of Joseph Addison, Sir Roser, he had a strong desire to watch a tragedy, that is a classical tragedy you would like to watch in the theater. It was a great desire and dream and vision of him. Once he shared his desire with his friend Joseph Addison, and they together decided to visit the theater and to see the classical tragedy in the theater. Once Roger D. Coverley expresses his desire of watching a good tragedy to Addison. He wanted to watch a selected play, selected tragedy, that is a classical tragedy. Watch with friends. When they met at Spectator Club, Spectator, it was not only a magazine, it was a club in England. They met each other. Sir Roger says that he has not watched any good play in the last 20 years. In the last 20 years, he could not watch a very good play. Therefore, now he had made up his mind to watch a very good classical play, that is a tragedy. Last play that he watched was in England, a comedy by name Committee. And now, after 20 long years, he would like to watch with his companions a serious tragedy, a classical tragedy in the theater. Does they plan to watch a good tragedy? The story of the tragedy refers to, or it is having the story of a distressed woman, Andromache. Andromache is the character that we find in the Greek uh, poetry. Epic. Here, the anecdote or an illustration, it is taken, the incident is taken in the play, that is Trojan War. Andromache is a character that is taken from the Trojan War. On her, the tragedy was revolved. That is what they would like to watch the particular day. It is the classical tragedy that revolves around Hector's widow, Andromache. Hector was an husband of Andromache and he was that is mercilessly killed in the Trojan War, and she could become widow. The suffering of the widow was presented seriously in the play. This is the plot of the play that they want to watch. And there is one more companion of Sir Roger and Addison, that was Knight at the theatre with Sir Roger. Knight was also at the theatre with Sir Roger. That means as a companion, he went with the Knight is one of the friends of uh, Roger and Addison. He too went. Knight is one of the friends of Roger and Addison. He plans to take the Captain Sentry for the play. And they wanted to go with another companion, that is Captain Sentry. Now we have there are four that is audience. We see that the desire of the Sir Roger was to watch the play, and he took that is Addison, Knight, and Captain Sentry to watch the play. Thus, Addison, Knight, Sir Roger, and the Captain Sentry, along with a butler and a servant, they take their coach to the theatre. There were about six that is people all together went to the theatre. They get ticket and comfortable middle seat at the theatre, at middle class. They got the seat comfortably and they would like to watch the play. When the play begins, in the opening scene, we see that is the Pyrrhus, the character of the play. Opening scene that appears. And he was a son of Achilles, who killed Hector in Trojan War. I told you already that Andromache was the wife of Hector, and Hector was the hero of the Trojan War, and he was killed by Achilles. And Pyrrhus was the son of Achilles. He is the character that enters the stage at first. In the opening scene, all the friends they could watch the appearance of the Pyrrhus. At the end of every act and every scene, Sir Roger passes comments about the characters and the scenes to his friends. It was his habit to react and comment immediately after the scenes and act with his friends. It is most important here because it is the typical character. It was that is observed by Joseph Addison seriously. Sir Roger views on Andromache. When Sir Roger was watching the play, scene by scene and twice, he had his own opinion and prejudice, and he had some great expectations in the play. Let us see what views he had on Andromache, the widow, the wife of Hector. Sir Roger is not fond of the character Andromache, who is the widow, and is anxiously wonders what it could become of Pyrrhus, who is after Andromache. He was greatly expecting and seriously expecting the appearance and the fortune of Pyrrhus, not the sufferings, the pains of Andromache. He was not so happy with the Andromache. He was expecting the character and action of Papyrus, the son of Achilles. On the other hand, Knight adores the character on the stage. And another character, that is the friend of Sir Roger and Addison, and Knight, he adores the characters on the stage and he passes a good comment about Andromeda. And he was very happy to see the actions of the Andromeda. He liked Andromeda the most, the Knight. Whereas Sir Roger, uh, he was not at all. See that here the friends, when they were watching a serious tragedy on Andromache, they were also discussing and commenting, reviewing, and sharing their views. And Captain Sentry nudged his friends not to be explicit in their comments about the characters on the stage, as two of the audience were keenly observing their conversations. At the fourth act, Hector's ghost was expected on the stage, and Knight misunderstood as Page as Astyanax. Astyanax was a son of Andromache and Hector. There were many characters, the more major and the minor characters, multiple characters. Sometimes the audience can misunderstand the characters. When the plot was viewed, it is quite common. So here, that is a Knight equal misunderstands Astyanax, the character. And now let us see when they were watching the play and sharing the reviews and observations and opinions, the play comes to an end. The theater ends. The play ends with Andromache killing herself and Pyrrhus left to feel sorrow about mistakes. The play ends with Andromache killing herself and Pyrrhus left to feel sorrow about the mistakes. Andromache, she was committed suicide after long suffering by losing everything. And Pyrrhus, he was left to feel sorrow about the mistakes that had done in the play. The friends who spectators club were at last, they wanted to leave the theater at the end of the play. They all leave the theater with satisfaction of watching good tragedy. And the play ends, they were so happy because there was a quite satisfaction for that is watching the classical tragedy, and they were so happy when they come out of the theater. The friends escort Roger, drops him at the house safety by the coach. They came by coach and they went by coach. They reached their home respectively with a wonderful mood. Thus, the Joseph Addison explores the manners of Sir Roger by observing the observations and comments when they watched the tragedy at the theater. This is how we could see different the characters in the essay. They were watching and giving reactions. and comments immediately without waiting for the next scene. This is what I highlighted in the essay. Uh, Thank you, students, uh, for having a brief note on the essay that is the Rose at the Theatre. Thank you for it. Let us meet in the next session. Thank you very much.